Well, there's a revolution going on in rec rooms, offices, and classrooms around the world.
On the future of televised communication in the United States, a future which is more varied and interesting than many people would believe.
Imagine, if you will, sitting down to your morning coffee, turning on your home computer to read the day's newspaper. Well, it's not as far-fetched as it may seem.
Those times, that was back in the late 70s, we didn't have computers in schools, you know, that's something we all take for granted now. And we could see how things were changing so rapidly, and a lot of the equipment, a lot of the technology was being superseded so fast that it would be nice to really sort of capture some of that.
I think the rate of growth of the computer that you've got out there now has impacted security, because more and more people are finding ways to use spare time on people's computers that they don't even know is happening, to try and get into certain places.
I think nowadays we're completely 100% reliant on technology. If we took away the sort of computer technology, we would struggle, to be quite honest. I think it affects us in so many ways that we don't necessarily even realise that everything is done by computing now, banking, shopping. So to go back to a stage where we didn't have computers is, to be quite honest, pretty unbelievable actually. So we're totally reliant, you know, we take technology for granted, and we take the sort of the leaps it's made for granted as well.
At the moment there are some issues around data mining, which allows people to get information that they shouldn't really have.
With the advent of smartphones, etc., that are, you know, potentially logging everything we do, then yeah, there are security and privacy implications.
When using the internet, I don't think I'm being hacked or anything like that.
Things like Sony has been shown to have been done on a joint venture. Basically, a virus was implanted into people's computers, which then meant during their slack time, when the user didn't know, their computer was actually being used to help perpetrate that hack. I suppose the fact that our computers now are so quick that we don't notice them doing other tasks in the background while we're working on them is probably an impact.
I don't think it's going to slow down anytime soon. Maybe not in my lifetime.
I use my laptop most nights to do coursework. I use my phone every day. Well, personally, I don't really use the social networking websites. I have a profile on a social networking site, but I don't really use it.
You know, the Facebook like buttons on websites, they're there not to say that you like what you're seeing, they're there to track who you are.
I'm not aware of digital profiling or the issues surrounding by the subject. I do not think there's a widely broadcasted area.
Okay, they don't know who you are, but they know what area you're in, and potentially kind of, you know, what, from where you're living in the city, they know how much you might be earning.
I'm not really aware of targeted advertising. I'm not really sure what it is.
I don't agree with these strategies, however, people need to make the money. It's been going along with other stuff.
It would be useful to know about all of the issues surrounded by targeted advertising, and maybe make normal people aware of what the problems are surrounding by it.
Personally, I don't have an issue. You know, I use Google, and they capture information about what I'm doing and what I'm looking at, you know, with the purpose of providing supposedly better advertising.
While I disagree with it, I still think we're not going to get away from it. It's going to happen no matter what technology we use.
In their current form, as we see them as desktop machines and things, there is a limit to what you can do.
It's going to be more of the same, you know, things are going to be faster, we're going to have more storage, ways of interacting with computers is going to change.
In regards to computer hardware at the moment, it's exponential.
So I think technology will improve. So I think there will be additional bits of hardware that we're going to be needing. I already have one for my bank where in order to log in I've got a little dongly thing which I have to put numbers into, which gives me a code. And without that, nobody can access my bank account, which makes me feel much happier.
It's just going to be that crossover period between digital computers and quantum computers. As soon as they get adopted, there'll be a lot of evolution from it.